Welcome to part 7 of the Yes/No Citizenship Question Review. This is part of the CYO citizenship class, and you should have a handout that your teacher gave you that we are going to look at also in this video. These questions are all about if you had any problems with the police, okay, in the United States. If you've had problems with the police in other countries, when you do your application, you should also talk about that, okay? But mostly in these questions, we'll focus on problems you had in the United States, okay? So let's start with the first word, arrested. Arrested means you are taken to jail by the police, okay? Cited. Cited is a very important word. And I'll tell you this, because I might ask you, did you ever have any trouble with the police in this country? And you say, oh, no, no, no. And then I say, well, did you ever get a ticket in your car? And people say, oh, well, yes, I did. Okay, that word is cited. And cited is that the police give you a ticket, usually for something you did while you were driving, okay? So they will ask if you were ever arrested or cited or detained, okay, detained. And that means that the police held you for question and asked you some questions, okay? Now, maybe they asked you questions in a jail. Here we see a picture of the police putting a man into the police car. Sometimes they might just put you in the back of the police car and talk to you there. Even that means detained, okay? So we will ask if you were arrested, cited, or detained by the police. Next words, commit a crime. And that means to do something illegal. Commit means to do. Okay, so this picture is the robber is committing a crime. Okay, a law enforcement officer. And that just means police. Same thing. Okay, but they'll say law enforcement officer. And it means a little more than the police. It could be an immigration police. It could be a military police, any kind of police. Okay. Next word, charged. They'll ask if you ever charged with a crime. And that means that the police or a judge says that they think you committed a crime. Okay. Then convicted. And that's something that happens after a trial. And the judge and the jury say that, yes, you are guilty of a crime. Okay. And then sentence or sentenced. Not like a word sentence. This is a sentence that is the punishment that a judge gives you. Now, it could be time in prison, it could be a money fine, or it could be something else, but that is your sentence. And that is after you are guilty of a crime. Okay. Probation. Probation. People say, what is that? And probation just means that the judge has given you some rules to follow. Right here we see a little picture. So step 1, you commit a crime. You go to court and the judge says you are guilty. And maybe you don't have to go to prison. Maybe it's a small crime. So probation just are the rules that you have to follow that the judge tells you. Okay. Parole. Parole. And that's kind of like probation, but it's the rules you would follow after you got out of jail. Okay, parole. Okay, that's the end of this group. And those are all words about being in trouble with the police. Once again, if you have questions, if something happened a couple years ago, you can come and talk to somebody at CYO, and there are immigration lawyers. If something is kind of complicated, we will have an immigration lawyer talk with you to help figure things out, okay? Thank you very much. And I'll see you in part 8.